probably aren't gonna like what I have to say about this movie, but I didn't really like it. I get it's a classic. It was, I'm pretty sure it's probably one of the more modern horror movies. The first horror movie I can think of, though I'm pretty sure it's not the first, is the 1930s Wolfman. And then before that, there's probably this, and the original Leatherface movie, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre thing. But anyway, a lot of things I didn't like about this movie. Of course, it's older, so it's gonna have a lot of shit that is kind of tired and cliche in horror movies, so I can excuse stuff like that. But some of the actual shit in it is just really stupid. Like, probably about the first 30 minutes of the movie, they kind of ruin shit a lot. Like, they play their classic theme song while people are talking. There's one scene where they're like, oh, don't forget to put the key under the mat at the Myers house. And the music is just playing over it. You can barely hear them talking. There's another scene where she's talking to Tommy, and they're just playing the music. You can barely hear them talking. And halfway through them talking, they finally quit with the music. Then there was the fact that most of the characters were blind in this movie besides the main one. Like, Michael Myers is like maybe 10, 12 feet away from him, and Annie doesn't see him because she's busy staring at her book or whatever. And then the main character, just nobody believes her that she's been seeing that person, that she's been seeing Michael Myers. Yet as soon as Tommy's like, hey, I saw a scary person out there. He's a little kid, so he calls it the boogeyman. She's like, nobody's out there. Like, okay. And then most of the characters in this movie, if you can call them that, usually I don't complain about characters, but when most of the characters were kind of crappy in this, I'm going to complain about it. There's the doctor guy, and his whole character trait is him repeating the fact that he was Michael Myers' doctor for 15 years. And then he'll just keep repeating that. And then maybe every now and then he'll add a few more details. Annie's character was just that she was dating Paul. And then the characters that were kind of thrown in at the last minute, Bob and his girlfriend. Though his girlfriend wasn't, I'm pretty sure she was in the movie earlier, actually. Their whole character trait is that they're just a couple. And then the main character has a little bit of character, but that's about it. Then other characters are kind of like deaf in this movie. Like, the first kill in the movie is by Michael when he's a kid, right? And he's walking up the stairs and she just doesn't hear him. And then there's another scene later when Tommy's walking home and Michael is driving a cop car right by Tommy, and Tommy doesn't even hear it. He's just too busy staring at like a school or a house while he's walking. And then it doesn't really matter though, because it's not like he gets kidnapped or anything. But still, he has a car driving right by him, and he doesn't even look at it. Just, I don't know. And of course, there's a few cliches here and there, like the main character thinks it's a prank, so she's like, oh, this isn't funny. And then also when she's running to go get to her house, she trips over nothing. And there was obviously a few good moments here and there, but I honestly really didn't care for this movie. So I did really like the Jigsaw series, and I did like the Ghostface series. So hopefully the Halloween series gets better. Though I looked up Halloween 2 and all the shit for it on streaming is so far like all renting. So I'm probably gonna have to go to the Rob Zombie movies and watch them before I watch, the second Halloween movie. But yeah, I just didn't care for this movie. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't very good either.